Well, that's a thing called Shotgun Rider by Bo Diddley. Does that mean anything to you?
Not really.
Well, I'll tell you who Bo Diddley apparently is. It's a guy called Orville Coleman, who is a record distributor in Chicago. Now, does that mean anything?
No.
Great. Well, we've got a whole bunch of things to play. First of all, let's play the Billy Stewart thing that we've just had in front of us, and have a listen to it, and we'll talk about that afterwards. Here it is. Billy Stewart, Billy's Heartache. You said you played guitar on that after all.
Yes, I did. And I'm not familiar with the OK label. I don't know where that OK label came from.
Oh, it's another rhythm and blues label. But Billy Stewart, of course, went to chess himself, didn't he, eventually?
No, I took him.
Did you really?
I'm the dude that's responsible for Billy and you know, I don't know, that might have been 20 the time that Billy left chess and then went back in again, you know, because they had, you know, Billy was kind of a hard dude to deal with, you know. He was one of these type of people that the fame grabbed him too heavy, you know. You understand me? His hat wouldn't fit his head no more. That's what I mean.
Sure.
You know, and surprised everybody, you know. But some people are like that, you know. Some never forget where they came from.
Sadly,
you know?
he's no longer with us as well.
Yeah, and he was killed in a car accident.
That's right.
You know.
Now, I've got a couple of things I'd like to play you, if we can squeeze them in, by people doing your songs. George Thorogood, what do you think to him?
Never met the guy to know exactly who he was, you know. But I understand that he did a tuna man or something other, you know, and you know, really, I have never really paid too much attention to these things, you know. And that's true.
Well, you might be interested to know he's in town this week.
That's good.
And he might just be down your gig tonight. His version of Ride on Josephine.
Put on the end. I'm a man, baby.
I'm a Man by Bobby Comstock. What do you think of that? Ever heard it before?
Yes, I heard that before. I think Bobby gave me one of the records, you know. That was done quite a long time ago.
I know lots of your songs have been covered over the years by many people. Have you a particular favorite?
No, not really, you know. I think a lot of them did really good jobs.
Yeah.
And some of them were butchered, you know. And I really don't have any favorites, but all I can say is it was their approach to the Bo Diddley thing, and I thank everybody for recording my tunes, you know. At one time, I was kind of hostile about it because I thought maybe people should go get their own stuff, like I went and wrote my own, you know. And because I didn't know the value of being the originator, you know, number one. And I just really didn't, I really didn't know. And then after a while, I started to kind of get my act together. I said, hey, this is really great. Everybody's doing my stuff. Must be nice, you know.
Sure.
And I started looking at, nobody was doing anybody else's stuff, and then all of a sudden, people were covering myself, Chuck Berry, you know, and it was mostly the British groups and stuff like this. I said, hey, man, you know, look like we got something going, you know, and they like it, so I might as well keep on doing it. Because at a few times I had started to quit, you know.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't getting the right royalties and stuff, and I couldn't, at that time, prove it, you know, because I couldn't get out of Chicago hardly, you know.
Were you generally happy with the chess setup, though?
Yes, I was very happy, you know, because I thought they were very honest.
Yes.
I'm not very happy anymore. you know.
Right.
And I don't like the way that musicians or artists, anybody, is treated when a record company just takes your life's earnings, you know, what you work for. And I figure if you make a deal, you make a deal and be a man at it, you know, and hold up your end of the bargain. And I've been finding more stuff, you know, in the past years, stuff that I didn't even know existed.
Really?
Records that are pressed under different manufacturers, a chess manufacturer here in Boga someplace, you understand?
Right.
And I had no idea that they even had a factory any place else. I'm under the impression that chess belonged to GRT.
Yeah.
GRT, and I don't know what the story is.
Well, they've changed hands a lot of times.
It's gotten really funny.
Yeah.
You know, it's like pickup sticks.
Yeah.
You got to be careful which one you touch.
Sure it does.
You know.
There's a couple more questions coming in. Phil Wolf has a record by the Crystals on Aladdin, and it has the same lyrics as Dearest Darling by yourself. Comments, please. Did you know this?
No, I didn't.
Well, there again, somebody's ripped you off.
I don't know. You're talking about the lyrics. If you get to heaven before I do, I'll make a little hole and pull you through, something like that. You know.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. You know, if I'm credited for that particular tune.
I wouldn't know myself, actually.
But I shall find out,
Yeah,
and I shall find out about the lyric trip, and I shall find out who's claiming writers,
Right.
and the whole trip. See, these are things that I never find out, and there's no way for me to find out all this good stuff unless my fans,
Virtually impossible, isn't it?
my fans, write to me and tell me, you know, about this label. They bought a record that's got so and so and so on it, and I bought. I was signing autographs no longer than 2 days ago,
In Denmark.
yeah, someplace there, and this guy put 2 albums in front of me, and it had me on the motor scooter, and it was Half Guitar Will Travel. Had another album down in the stack, and I was study signing, and he pulled up the same picture, and it had on it Bo Diddley Rides Again.
That's right.
The same picture.
Yeah.
And I looked on the back. They had some of the same songs on this album as was on Half Guitar Will Travel.
Yeah.
And another record that I had, I think they used something Bo Diddley's 16 hits.
Greatest
or something.
hits, yeah, we had
Not
it here.
greatest, 16 hits.
16 hits, yes.
And they had the rest of the tunes on that.
Yeah.
So he had 3 albums with all same tunes on it. Just he didn't have anything different. Nothing.
Duplicated, yes.
Yeah.
Well, it'll take a lifetime to sort these things out, but I'm sure one day it will come out.
You know, it's just bad news, and I'm just tired of playing the nice guy.
Okay.
You know.
Now, I know you're pretty tired. You want to have a rest before tonight, but I've got just a couple more things to ask you after this next record. We'll have a list of this first. My very scratch copy of I Can Tell, Bo, you were laughing your head off at the end of that. Those lyrics.
Yeah, you know. See, if I would have written that tune, it would have been very comical.
It wasn't your tune then?
No. Some dude ran in the studio with it, you know, and I was reading it off a piece of paper.
Yeah.
You know, and I had to kind of put some music to it as quick as possible, you know, because first of all, I didn't want to do it, you know, and I never could make people understand that I was an individual, that I was set in my own ways, and you know, and I've always been trying to tuned in to somebody else's thing, and I didn't like it.
Right.
You know.
Will you be doing it on stage tonight, as a matter of interest?
I can't promise you that, you know, because that's a very
feel like it.
old tune. No, I'm not into that, really. I'm into more from the Rolling Stones era on up to now. When I go back too far, I lose the crowd. You know, you have to see me to understand what I'm talking about.
Nice to be there tonight. You've got your own band with you this time as well, haven't
Yes, you know, and you have to be there to understand exactly what I'm saying. You know, seeing is believing.
you? Yes. Two last questions. Quite a few people have rung in and asked, you've been hanging around a lot with The Clash lately and getting your pictures taken with them.
Yeah, they're my buddies, you know.
You get on well?
Yeah, I just met them, and first when they first met me, I think they were scared to death, you know. But they finally came around, and we began to start talking and laughing and joking and stuff like this, because I thought maybe they put me on a pedestal that I didn't mind being on, but I also wanted to be involved in what they were doing.
Sure.
You know.
Sure.
And when they found out that I was a cool dude, you know, and everything was really beautiful, you know, we ran up and down the highway in the snow, you know, in the bus. It was great, you know.
Well, that's the strength of the music business. One last question. All your famous psychedelic guitars, if you want to use the word, the trendy jet set guitar things that you invented, do you still have them all? All the square things and the pointed things? All this?
Yes, I got about 4 left. The rest of them took feet and walked off. You know how that is, you know.
What about the one with the fur on it? That's the one that intrigued
one
me.
of those walked too. I didn't know the thing had feet, but it walked off.
So you got one of the goodies with you tonight for the
Oh,
station.
sure. This is a
Great.
brand new one, and it's called The Mean Machine.
Great. Bo, many thanks for coming in at such short notice.
Thank you.
And I hope you have a fantastic gig tonight, and I shall be there to dig the whole proceeding.
Well, the people that don't show up, they're going to be sorry.
Right.